Have you ever experienced that mysterious moment when you suddenly wake up between 3 and 5 in the morning, your body still, yet your mind unusually alert? A quiet stillness fills the air, and you find yourself wondering why you woke up at this precise hour. It feels different, almost as if something beyond the physical world is at play. You check the clock, the same odd feeling settling in, and a thought crosses your mind. What does this mean? Is it simply your body reacting to a random sleep cycle shift? Or is there something more, something deeper, something ancient that has been known for generations but has been lost in the noise of modern life? The answer to this mystery is far older than we realize, embedded in wisdom passed down for thousands of years. Waking up between these sacred hours is not just a coincidence. It is a moment when the universe whispers to you, a time when the veil between the material world and the unseen realm is at its thinnest. It is an invitation, a signal that, if understood and embraced, can transform your life in ways you never imagined. For centuries, ancient traditions, spiritual sages and wisdom keepers from different parts of the world have spoken of this sacred time, referring to it as the hour of the gods or the hour of ambrosia. It is believed to be the most spiritually potent moment of the day, a time when the cosmic energies align in perfect harmony, allowing those who awaken to tap into a powerful frequency of manifestation, clarity, and connection. But in today's world, where artificial lights, distractions, and never-ending digital noise have disconnected us from nature's rhythm, most people dismiss this awakening as nothing more than an inconvenience, something to be ignored by rolling over and forcing themselves back into sleep. Unfortunately, our modern world has conditioned us to believe that waking up at night is unnatural or problematic. We are told we must sleep 8 straight hours, and any interruption is seen as a disturbance. But this is not how the ancients lived. In fact, many spiritual practitioners throughout history have deliberately structured their lives around these early morning hours, using them for meditation, prayer, and self-discovery. Even modern science is beginning to recognize that the body does not always need continuous sleep, and that some of the most successful and enlightened minds in history, scientists, philosophers, and spiritual leaders, have all embraced the power of this sacred time. Consider this. When you wake up at 3 or 4 in the morning, your mind is in a unique state between sleep and wakefulness. This is the hypnagogic state, a moment when your subconscious mind is still highly active, yet your conscious mind begins to stir. It is in this state that some of the greatest ideas in history have been conceived, where visions of the future have taken shape, and where spiritual seekers have received profound insights. The key is to understand how to use this time wisely. Instead of feeling frustrated or trying to force yourself back to sleep, you can choose to embrace this moment as a sacred gift. Imagine yourself sitting in the stillness of the early morning, the world around you silent, no distractions, no interruptions, just you and the universe, connected in perfect harmony. You close your eyes, take a deep breath, and visualize the life you desire. You see it clearly in your mind, every detail vivid and alive. In this moment, you are not just dreaming, you are manifesting, sending out a powerful signal to the universe that this reality is yours to claim. One of the most common causes of poor sleep quality is artificial light exposure late at night. The screens of our devices emit blue light, which tricks our brain into thinking it is still daytime, disrupting our natural sleep cycles. Instead of aligning with nature's rhythm, winding down with the setting sun and waking with its rise, we have created a reality where we fight against our biological clock. This disconnection from natural cycles not only affects our sleep, but also impacts our energy, mood, and overall well-being. This is why making small adjustments to your routine can have profound effects. If you struggle with sleep, consider reducing screen time before bed, creating a calming nighttime ritual, and ensuring that your sleeping environment supports rest. Ideally, aligning your sleep schedule with nature, going to bed between 9 and 11 at night, can help your body attune to its natural rhythm, making it easier to wake up feeling refreshed and energized. However, if you naturally wake up between 3 and 5 in the morning without any external disturbances, take it as a sign. You are being called towards something greater. This is an opportunity to elevate your consciousness, to deepen your connection with your inner self, and to harness the power of this sacred time to manifest the life you desire. In the coming moments, we will explore how you can make the most of this time, what practices you can integrate into your early morning awakening, and how embracing this phenomenon can lead to profound transformations in your life. The stillness of the early morning holds a power that few recognize. In those precious moments between 3 and 5, when the world is wrapped in silence, the air is charged with an energy unlike any other. If you have ever woken up during this time and felt an inexplicable sense of awareness, a feeling that something beyond the physical realm is present, know that this is not your imagination. It is a moment where the ordinary dissolves and the unseen currents of the universe flow most freely. This is why ancient wisdom speaks of these hours with such reverence. It is not just another part of the day, it is a doorway, a portal into heightened consciousness, a space where the limitations of the physical world loosen and the power of intention, thought, and energy is amplified. This is why monks, sages, and spiritual seekers throughout history have deliberately chosen these hours for deep meditation, prayer, and reflection. But why this time specifically? Why do these early morning hours carry such significance? The answer lies in the natural rhythms of energy that govern existence. Everything in the universe follows cycles, from the rising and setting of the sun to the ebb and flow of the tides, from the beating of our hearts to the expansion and contraction of galaxies. These cycles influence our bodies, our minds, and even our ability to connect with higher realms of consciousness. So what should you do when you wake up at this time? How can you make the most of these sacred hours instead of dismissing them as a mere inconvenience? The key is intention. What you do in these moments matters, because this is the time when your thoughts, your emotions, and your desires hold the most power. One of the most effective practices you can adopt is meditation. In the quiet of the early morning, when the mind is unburdened by the stress of daily life, meditation becomes deeper and more transformative. Sitting in stillness, focusing on your breath, and allowing yourself to dissolve into the present moment creates a connection with the energy that flows through all things. You may find that insights come more easily, that your inner voice speaks with greater clarity, and that a profound sense of peace washes over you. Another powerful practice is visualization. The mind is most receptive in the moments between sleep and wakefulness, and this makes it the perfect time to plant the seeds of your desires. As you sit in silence, begin to see your ideal life as if it is already unfolding before you. Imagine every detail, the colors, the sensations, the emotions that come with achieving your dreams. See yourself living with purpose, surrounded by abundance, love, and fulfillment. The more vividly you can picture this reality, the more deeply it imprints upon your subconscious mind. Gratitude is another transformative practice that can be woven into these sacred hours. As you wake up, take a few moments to reflect on all the things in your life that bring you joy, comfort, and meaning. Gratitude is a powerful frequency, one that aligns you with the energy of abundance and attracts even more blessings into your life. When you start your day with gratitude, you set the tone for everything that follows, creating a ripple effect that shapes your reality in ways you may not even realize. To determine which category you fall into, take an honest look at your lifestyle. Are you nourishing your body with proper rest and care? Are you spending your days in alignment with what truly fulfills you? Are you giving yourself the space to grow spiritually, mentally, and emotionally? When your life is balanced, waking up at these sacred hours feels natural. It feels like a calling rather than an inconvenience. The more you begin to understand the significance of these moments, the more you will start to see them as a gift. Instead of rolling over and forcing yourself back to sleep, you can embrace this time as an opportunity to realign, to create, to connect. It is a chance to step outside the noise of the world and into the quiet wisdom of your own soul. As the first light of dawn begins to break, those who have honored this time will find themselves stepping into the day with a sense of clarity and purpose. The thoughts planted in these hours will shape the energy of the hours that follow, creating a ripple effect that extends into every aspect of life. In the next moments, we will explore how waking up at this hour can serve as a bridge to manifesting your desires, and how embracing this practice can lead to a life of greater synchronicity, abundance, and spiritual awakening. Imagine waking up in the early hours of the morning when the world is still cloaked in darkness and everything is quiet. There are no distractions, no buzzing notifications, no voices pulling you in different directions. Only the sound of your own breath, steady and rhythmic. In this moment, you feel something profound. It's as if you are standing at the edge of something greater, a doorway that has been opened just for you. This is not just another hour of the day. It is a sacred time, an invitation to step into a higher state of awareness. Throughout history, those who have understood the power of these hours have used them to connect with their innermost selves, to listen to the whispers of the universe, and to align their lives with the natural flow of energy. But in modern times, we have become disconnected from this wisdom, dismissing these awakenings as mere disruptions to our sleep, rather than seeing them for what they truly are, an opportunity for transformation. One of the most powerful ways to harness this time is through intention setting. When you wake up at this sacred hour, your mind is in a unique state, open, receptive, and deeply connected to the subconscious. This makes it the perfect moment to plant the seeds of your desires. Visualization, affirmations, and journaling during this time carry an amplified energy, making them far more effective than they would be at any other point in the day. Think about what you truly want, not just what you think you should want, but what your soul yearns for. Close your eyes and picture it in vivid detail. See yourself living your dreams, experiencing joy, abundance, and fulfillment. Imagine the emotions that come with it, the sensations, the people around you, the environment. The more real it feels in your mind, the more powerfully it takes root in your subconscious. And as you continue this practice, you will find that the universe begins to align circumstances in your favor, bringing you closer to the reality you have envisioned. But why does this work? Why are these early morning hours so potent for manifestation? The answer lies in the energy that governs our existence. In spiritual traditions across the world, it is believed that everything in the universe operates on frequency and vibration. Our thoughts, emotions, and intentions emit energy, and the more aligned we are with a high-frequency state, such as love, gratitude, and purpose, the more easily we attract what we desire. For many, waking up during these early hours can be a reflection of unresolved emotions or spiritual imbalances. The subconscious mind processes things that we do not always address during the day, and when something is left unhealed, it often surfaces at night. If you wake up feeling uneasy or overwhelmed, take this as an opportunity to look inward. What thoughts keep repeating? What emotions are lingering beneath the surface? What aspects of your life are calling for attention? This is where inner work becomes essential. Rather than resisting these feelings, allow yourself to explore them. Journaling can be a powerful tool for this, writing down whatever comes to mind without judgment as a way of bringing hidden thoughts and emotions to light. Meditation and deep breathing can also help calm the mind and provide clarity, allowing you to process what needs to be released. Another key factor to consider is your lifestyle. If your daily routine is out of sync with nature, this can also affect your sleep cycles and overall energy. In modern society, we have developed habits that are completely disconnected from the natural world. We stay up late, expose ourselves to artificial light, and overstimulate our minds right before bed, all of which disrupt our internal clock. Many people who have incorporated early morning spiritual practices into their lives report feeling a profound shift. Their minds become clearer, their emotions more balanced, and their days more productive. They feel a deeper sense of purpose, an increased ability to manifest their desires, and a stronger connection to the flow of life itself. So the next time you wake up during these sacred hours, ask yourself, what is calling to me? What is the universe trying to show me? And most importantly, how can I use this moment to step into my highest self? In the coming moments, we will delve even deeper into the ways you can align with this sacred time, the techniques you can use to strengthen your connection with the universe, and the profound transformations that await when you fully embrace this practice. There is a sacred energy that fills the air between the hours of 3 and 5 in the morning, an energy that few take the time to recognize. While most people remain deep in sleep, those who find themselves awake during these hours have a rare opportunity, a moment to connect with something far greater than themselves. If you have ever experienced this awakening, know that it is not random. It is not a mere accident of your sleep cycle. It is a message, a calling from the universe, urging you to pay attention. But what exactly is this message? Why does waking up at this time feel different from waking up at any other hour? The answer lies in the unseen forces that shape our reality. Ancient spiritual traditions tell us that the hours before dawn are charged with an immense cosmic energy. They are the hours of divine connection, the moments when the veil between the material world and the spiritual realm is at its thinnest. It is during this time that the energy of the universe flows most freely, making it the perfect moment for reflection, manifestation, and transformation. Many spiritual seekers throughout history have deliberately structured their lives around these hours, understanding their significance. Monks rise before the sun to meditate, aligning themselves with the natural rhythms of the cosmos. Yogis and mystics practice breathwork and visualization, using the stillness to deepen their connection with the infinite. Even in ancient cultures, before the advent of artificial light, people lived in harmony with these cycles, recognizing that certain times of the day carried different energetic frequencies. One of the greatest secrets of those who achieve extraordinary things is that they understand the power of these early morning hours. They do not view them as an inconvenience, but as a sacred gift. They wake up with purpose, knowing that the energy of this time is unlike any other. But what if waking up at this time feels unsettling? What if it leaves you feeling tired, restless, or anxious? This too carries meaning. In many spiritual traditions, waking up at odd hours is seen as a sign that something within you is seeking attention. It may be an unresolved emotion, an unhealed wound, or a call to step into a greater version of yourself. The body and mind are deeply connected, and when there is something within us that we have not fully addressed, it often reveals itself in our sleep patterns. If you find yourself waking up with a sense of unease, take a moment to check in with yourself. What emotions have you been avoiding? What thoughts have you been pushing away? What aspects of your life feel out of balance? As you continue to honor this time, you will also begin to see patterns, synchronicities that confirm you are on the right path. Perhaps you start noticing repeating numbers or meaningful coincidences begin to appear more frequently. This is no accident. It is a sign that you are aligning with the natural flow of life, moving in harmony with the universe rather than against it. The more you listen to these messages, the more they will guide you. And as you deepen your connection with this sacred time, you will realize that waking up at these hours is not a disruption, it is a gift. A moment of pure potential, a space where transformation begins. So the next time you wake up between 3 and 5 in the morning, instead of feeling frustrated or forcing yourself back to sleep, pause, breathe, listen. The universe is speaking to you, and if you choose to embrace this time with intention, you will unlock a level of awareness and manifestation that has the power to change your life. In the coming moments, we will explore the specific steps you can take to make the most of this sacred time, the deeper meanings behind the messages you receive, and how integrating this practice into your daily life can lead to profound spiritual and personal growth. As the world remains wrapped in slumber, a rare stillness settles over everything. Between the hours of 3 and 5 in the morning, there is an energy unlike any other, a moment of profound quiet, where the usual distractions of life fade away, leaving only you and the boundless universe. If you wake up during these sacred hours, whether intentionally or unexpectedly, know that this is not random. It is an invitation, one that has been extended to seekers of truth for thousands of years. There is an ancient understanding that these hours hold immense spiritual power. It is a time when the energies of the cosmos are most aligned, when the unseen forces that shape our reality become more accessible. The spiritual traditions of the world have long spoken of this time as sacred, a gateway between the physical and the divine. It is called Brahma Muhurta in Eastern philosophy, the Creator's hour, the time when one's consciousness is most receptive to enlightenment, transformation, and deep connection. But why do so many people wake up at this time, often without intending to? What force is stirring them from their sleep, making them suddenly alert when the rest of the world remains at rest? The answer lies in energy. But what does this mean for you? How can you use this time to create real, tangible changes in your life? The key is to be intentional. When you wake up at this sacred hour, you have a choice. You can ignore the call and try to force yourself back into sleep, or you can embrace the moment as an opportunity for transformation. One of the most powerful practices you can incorporate into this time is meditation. In the stillness of the early morning, your mind is naturally quiet, making it easier to enter deep states of awareness. If you sit in silence and focus on your breath, you may find that your thoughts slow down, that a sense of peace washes over you, and that insights arise effortlessly. Meditation at this hour is different from meditating during the day. It is deeper, more profound, and often reveals truths that remain hidden in the busyness of daily life. But waking up at this hour is not always peaceful. Sometimes it brings with it a feeling of unease, restlessness, or even anxiety. If this happens to you, do not ignore it. Often, waking up at this time can be a sign that something within you is seeking attention. It may be unresolved emotions, unprocessed fears, or an internal conflict that has been buried beneath the surface. The subconscious mind uses the quiet of the night to bring these suppressed emotions to light. If you wake up feeling unsettled, take a moment to sit with that feeling instead of pushing it away. Ask yourself, what is trying to emerge? What part of me have I been neglecting? What is my intuition trying to tell me? Journaling can be incredibly helpful in these moments, allowing you to bring your thoughts into awareness and begin the process of healing and transformation. Another important aspect to consider is the role of your lifestyle in your sleep cycles. In today's world, artificial light, overstimulation, and erratic schedules have disconnected us from the natural rhythms of life. Staying up late, exposing ourselves to screens before bed, and consuming excessive amounts of information can all contribute to disrupted sleep. If your body is out of sync with its natural cycles, waking up at odd hours may be a sign of imbalance rather than spiritual awakening. However, if you wake up at this time naturally, without external disruptions, it is a sign that your energy is in sync with something greater. This is an opportunity to align yourself with the universe, to deepen your awareness, and to consciously create the reality you desire. As you continue to honor this time, you will begin to notice profound changes in your life. Your mind will become clearer, your intuition stronger, and your days more purposeful. You will find yourself moving through life with greater ease, attracting the right people, opportunities, and experiences that align with your highest path. This is the power of embracing the sacred hours of the morning, not as a disturbance, but as a gift. If you choose to use this time wisely, if you allow yourself to tap into the energy available during these hours, you will unlock a level of awareness that few ever experience. The universe is always speaking to us, guiding us, offering us opportunities to grow and evolve. And when you wake up in the early hours of the morning, it is one of the clearest signs that you are being called towards something greater. The question is, will you answer that call? In the coming moments, we will explore the deeper connections between these early morning awakenings and the universal flow of energy, and how fully embracing this practice can lead to life-changing transformations in your personal and spiritual journey. There is a reason why waking up between 3 and 5 in the morning feels so different. It is not just another restless night or an inconvenient disruption to your sleep. It is something deeper, something ancient, an invitation from the universe itself. This is a time when the world is still, when the noise of daily life has faded away, leaving only you and the quiet energy that surrounds you. If you have ever woken up at this hour and felt an unusual sense of awareness, a feeling that something is different, then you have already begun to recognize the significance of this sacred time. But what should you do with this time? How can you make the most of it? The answer lies in intention. Every thought, every action, every practice that you engage in during these hours carries a heightened energy. This is why spiritual masters have long used this time for meditation, prayer, visualization, and deep self-reflection. They understood that whatever is focused on during these sacred hours is magnified, creating ripples that extend far beyond the present moment. If you wake up naturally at this time, consider using it for meditation. Sit in silence, close your eyes, and allow yourself to simply be. Focus on your breath, on the sensation of stillness, and let your mind settle. In this space, insights and realizations often arise effortlessly. You may begin to see patterns in your life more clearly, to recognize what you need to release, and to understand the next steps on your journey. Another powerful practice is affirmations. Because your subconscious mind is most open and receptive in the early morning hours, the words you speak to yourself at this time carry an even greater impact. Choose affirmations that align with your highest self, statements of abundance, clarity, strength, and purpose. Speak them with conviction, allowing them to sink deeply into your consciousness. But what if waking up at this time brings discomfort? What if you feel anxious, restless, or burdened by thoughts that refuse to quiet down? This too is meaningful. It may indicate that there are unresolved emotions or inner conflicts that need to be addressed. The subconscious mind often brings these things to the surface when the rest of the world is silent, giving you an opportunity to confront and heal them. Journaling can be incredibly helpful in these moments. When you wake up feeling uneasy, write down whatever thoughts come to mind. Do not censor yourself or judge what you write. Simply allow your thoughts to flow onto the page. Often, the act of writing reveals patterns and insights that were previously hidden, helping you to release what no longer serves you. The truth is, the universe is always speaking to us. It sends signs, nudges, and messages in countless ways. Waking up during these sacred hours is one of the clearest signs that you are being called towards something greater. The question is, will you listen? If you choose to embrace this time, if you choose to honor the energy that flows during these hours, you will unlock a level of awareness and transformation that few ever experience. You will begin to see synchronicities everywhere, moments of alignment that confirm you are on the right path. You will find that your intuition strengthens, your sense of purpose deepens, and your ability to shape your reality becomes undeniable. So the next time you wake up between 3 and 5 in the morning, pause, breathe. Instead of resisting, step into the energy of the moment. The universe has given you a gift, a rare opportunity to align with the forces that shape existence. How you use this time is up to you, but know that if you embrace it, you will begin to see life unfold in ways you never imagined. This is not just another morning, it is an awakening, and if you are willing to answer the call, you will find yourself stepping into a new level of consciousness, one where you are no longer merely existing, but truly living in harmony with the flow of the universe.